Hey guys, this website flipping concept is so much better than ever, and everyone's buying into it. All the people who got the projects from before that we were doing in DML, we're working on shifting you guys in. If you got any questions, give me a call, but shifting you in for equivalent dollar amounts that you put into the system already, working out from a schedule of who's first, second, third going back. But the reality check is this is so much faster and easier, and I can get everybody in through this, and I can get everyone paid quickly. And let me show you two things that I wanted to accomplish since yesterday. As you know, we've already been able to build this thing up. Started creating quality pages. We created the table of contents concept into the page itself. Something that I'll be finishing off this week will be schemaing the pages, Google Tag Manager stuff. Coming back to the front end, we want to make sure to write really comprehensively for the topics we choose. We can go after any industry. There's a ton of money there. Landscaping. Just on landscaping terms, there are over 2 million searches a month. On airsoft, there's more than 1 million searches a month. On paintball, there's more than 2 million searches a month. You name an industry, we can fit into it. We can get ads that go with the industry, and those things are worth a mint. And there are a ton of places where you can sell them for high value. I will show you some of those in a minute. But what will I say first? I just want to indicate, since yesterday, I wanted to accomplish 2 more goals. One of them was being able to create a really great outline of what should be on the page that we're going to produce, so that when our writer writes, it writes through all this stuff and creates a long form, top quality page. Well, I went to, it's called Content at Scale, and I saw what they're doing, but it costs like 15 bucks a page. So, and it's being done manually, page by page. So you can give it a keyword and it'll give you a result. And that's cool, but you're still going to have to do some editing. You're still going to have to do some work on it. You're still going to have to include latent semantic indexing keywords. You're still going to have to shave it up so it beats AI checks to see if it's AI written or human written. And that's if you really care. Frankly, I don't think Google cares about that at all. But when you want it to read in a very human way anyway, it's good to do that. Now, having said that, the whole table of contents concept in the page, it brings people down, is huge. Google loves that. It's easy navigation through your website right to the right information, and even on the page, right? People don't have to scroll up and down looking for something. So I came here and I said, scrape the top 10 search engine result placements for this keyword, Locksmith Seattle. So see, this is real time. This is right now. So I'm saying, GPT, go to Bing, in this case is Bing, kind of the same thing though, right? Go look up Locksmith Seattle and figure out what the top 10 results are. And when you do, let me know everything about those pages that are solid. Let me know what they're writing about. And also let me know what they're failing to write about. And so guess what? It's doing it. It's putting together the perfect outline for me based on the pieces that it finds from the other websites. Whatever it's overlapped, it's just throwing away the duplicates. It's keeping unique things from here, unique things from there, unique things from here and there, until it builds me one page that's better than all the rest of those pages. And then beyond that, what's it doing? It's telling me what's missing so that I could decide how much of this I feel like adding into the page, or all of it, some of it, whatever. Then I said, okay, and I had it start and go. Now, what's the point? That is writing topically about or writing comprehensively about the topic, right? Relevancy within the topic, topical focus, right? Aside from that LSI query, I brought it further. So here's a bigger concept. Give me a detailed comparison between roof replacement, roof max, discussing different aspects, prices, pros and cons, using clear definitions, blah, blah, blah. And here's the latent semantic verbiage, which I looked up, right? Which I can have automatically looked up. And this is for title, description, H1, H2, basic text, and how often to use them. And so I can feed these things into the way we write automatically onto the pages and say, just create pages like this, aim for 2,500 to 3,500 words per page, go for it, and have it actually accomplish those goals. Create lots of different pages. And then I could have 100 websites with 100 pages on each, That would be 10,000 pages. And I could say create the table of contents at the top and hit the one button for our remote control system, and it'll go through every page of every one of those sites and create that little table of contents box with the headers, the H2s and the H3s, and it'll have a button for collapsing and a button for showing it. So it's going to be incredibly well organized information, right? And let's see what else. I had it write. It's another thing I did was have it write in a very human way. So it writes highly likely to be human every time. It's like in between 89% and 98% every time it writes anything for me. Okay? So this is automated now. This is the stuff that I've figured out. So over the next couple of days, I'm building it into our process. I already figured it out, so I'm just implementing it so that it can be used automatically when it's working. It'll figure out the most comprehensive way to write better than all the existing listings that are in real time right now. And it'll figure out how to use latent semantic indexing keywords so it can write in a way that the bots will recognize the purpose of the page clearly and want to rank it. And it'll write it in a very human way, human style. It'll sound and feel human, okay? And it'll bypass the checks. And it's gonna, at the press of a button, have that content box at the very top of the page. Okay, now having said that, we've been talking for a long time about the concept of selling the domain, reselling it after 3 months. I really shouldn't put it that way. I've been so focused on the process, I haven't been focused on how to explain how we're offering these. They should not be like that, like selling the domain. They should be flipped, okay? Because it's not the domain we're selling. Anybody who buys the domain, if they're gonna throw the whole website out, that's crazy. I mean, somebody might, but probably not. Probably they're gonna buy it because we pushed it up, got an AdSense stream happening on it. Whenever you're buying into the projects, half of the AdSense revenue is yours on the way up, until it pretty much starts to level out. Once it's leveled out for like 30 to 45 days, that's the time to put the thing up there for sale and going, here's what it's earning right now, pay 20 times over that or 30 times over that or whatever it is, you know? Or it's gonna be, here's how much traffic the site is getting, therefore pay based on that. So it's some people buy because of the traffic to the site. Some people buy because of the AdSense revenue. So look at the two values, right? We look at the values, like in SpyFu. We look at what they say the monthly click value is worth, and we also look at the income we're making off the site. I had someone say, do we have to rely on Google Ads? Not necessarily. I mean, you could have Google Ads in one or two places on the page in case that really does help the rank increase better, because you're on Google sites, so Google wants to rank your pages higher because it makes some money too. But you could also have your own ads, and nothing stops you from doing that. We can put spots, placeholders into the pages where your ads could go. So if you're not using ads, the spots just fill in. There's nothing there. There's regular action. I mean, that area disappears. But if there is room for an ad, if there is an ad, boom. And then that can be your leader that opens up whatever it is you're selling, which is cool. And then if somebody's scrolling down the page, they can see the regular AdSense ad, then your ad again, then AdSense ad, then your ad again. And if you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different kinds of creatives, maybe you got a leaderboard, maybe you've got this vertical triangle idea or horizontal triangle idea, maybe you've got a square, you know, and so they fit in their different places, right? Okay, and then we can run AdSense in between them to make sure that Google still raises it up. What's cool is if we're doing that, Google's raising that up and you're not paying anything for those ad clicks. And then whenever anyone's clicking on your ads, that's all free anyway, because we didn't go through Google AdWords for that, right? Not in this case. We just put those on the pages for you. How's that for nuts? Okay, let me come back to this real quick. Flipping the website. If you go to a place like Flippa, it can tell you how much your website's worth. It can give you a strong idea. And it does that exactly so that it's guiding you for the prices you're going to put out there. And it's going to guide you to offer the price for about 35 to 40 times over what it makes per month or something like that. If it's a net profit, it'll tell you how much for the, you know, versus the net profit of a year. So that's the idea. If you take net profit is almost $5,000 a month, well, that's almost $60,000 a year. Therefore, you should sell for about $180,000 down right now. Like you pay me that, I give you this, right? Now that's cool, man. So these websites are selling for a lot. This is only making like $5,000 a month, $4,800 a month, and they're offering it for $180K. There will be some negotiation, some downplay, but who cares? Look at this one. Not even $1,000 a month yet. It's $980 a month. $40,000 asking price. Do you want to turn virtual real estate into real real estate, like real estate you can put money down on, like a home? This whole thing we're doing with a website flipping is the right idea. Look, $2,230 a month. Starting price is $99,000. This is gonna get bidded up from there, not stop there. Okay? Can we do this? Yeah, we can go list our websites when they're getting up here, and if they're not selling right away, we can keep adding and improving on those websites to raise them up. And then if we feel like we've raised them up so much that flip us a marker, if we go and reevaluate the worth of the site, goes, oh wow, it's worth more. Okay, we could take the listing down, put it back up with the changed price. Makes sense? We never have to get cut off, really. Anyone who said, what if we put these things in the auction and it only sells for $50? It won't. We get to put a minimum bid in there, a minimum amount. So it just cannot sell until we're happy with the sale price. Okay? Like a buy it now price means the price we're willing to take right now with no questions if somebody's willing to sell it right now or to buy it right now. So we can have a buy it now and then we can let it auction above that. Okay? I just want to show you this stuff is so incredibly real. Look, $385 a month. How many of you think that we can do that now that you've been watching the past few videos? It's stupid easy, right? It's got to be easy. And this is like a 10K flip. So if we're talking about a website that costs you $1,500 and then between you and me, we're flipping it and splitting the money, okay? And the thing goes for, let's say, $9,500, right? That's $4,750 each. It's like triple the money. But this, I mean, this is just too low. This is so too low. By the way, the domains we're buying, yeah, the site age, the domain will be like 11 years old or 6 years old or 8 years old, like all these guys are. That's nuts, man. $470 a month, that's $15K, right? $7,500 each, you know? 5 times over on the money, by the way. $7,500 each is 5 times over on your money after 3 months. Just getting it here. So if we were here, we were going to offer it, but then we find that we're here now and it hasn't sold yet, we are going to change the price from this to this. If we keep climbing and it keeps going higher, then we're going to change the price from this to this. We're going to keep ramping it up while the market is considering buying it until it fits somebody's marker for the level that they want to see in order to buy it for them, you know. Now, what industries can we go for? Like I said, it could be anything. It could be airsoft, paintball, landscape, pretty much anything. So we can just run this stuff out for whatever we feel like. And this is crazy. There is so much potential money to make up in here. What is this? Entertainment, $30,000 a month. They're offering just 10 times over. It's insane. It's really, really low. They're asking for less than a year's worth. I don't know why. But hey, man, that's really interesting. So there you go. All these sites. Now, let me get to a different point. Okay. There are more places to list your websites for sale. Okay. So you can list them and then the first guy who buys, then go back to the other spots and take your listings down. Right. As soon as somebody's going to buy, just turn your other listings off. But look, all the industries. You're wondering, we're talking about things like display advertising and stuff. That's the exact kind of thing we're putting up. Like you could have the AdSense or displays up in here, whatever, around informational material. Look at this. Health and fitness information, monthly net profits like $50K. They're offering $2,245,000 to buy the website. Home, bed, and bath, right? $48,000 monthly revenue. You know, offering $1.85 million to sell, okay? Home, bed, and bath, $20,000. Automotive, culinary, food and beverage, baby care, bed and bath, personal care, art, hobbies, health and fitness, digital media, design, technology, travel, gaming, books, baking, survival, business advertising, pet care. So this, you know, lifestyle, hobbies, and equipment, it does not matter. It starts with finding good expired domains or auction domains that are within the range of what we're willing to spend, like up to $400 or $600 or more for an outlier that's absolutely amazing. You know, it's got traffic coming into the site now for its niche. It's nationwide. We can already bank on that while we keep putting more pages on there. That could be worth buying quick. So it's just a decision that I have to make, is I'm going through expired domains, auction domains, and see what's there, see what's worth getting. But build them and flip them up. Now, this all might sound like it's way impossible to do until you actually take courses. Build and flip a website for over $100,000, real life examples. You want to know what's really funny about their examples? This one right here, Personality Max number 2. I didn't even get that far down. And I just took a look at them and it's like, wow, yeah, 18,000 keywords, 18,000 a month in click value. That looks like some of the stuff we've been seeing up here, right? 18,000 a month in click value. I don't know what the net profit would be at 18K exactly because it's not showing one for that, but that'd be like half of this here, you know. Oh, these are so funny. Okay, so it's probably like 150K, you know, just at a glance, all right? And it probably sold for quite a bit more. Having said that, here's the point I want to make. They've got 384 total pages on their personality website. You think we can't do a personality website? Think people don't ask lots of personality-based questions, horoscope-based questions, fun stuff like that. There's so many variations. Fortune teller questions. Oh my God. We could create websites that have tons of traffic, always near the ads. That's the whole point. We could have so many people coming every day and being on the website reading interesting information. Stuff that you and I always look up because it's kind of interesting. Anything about horoscope, anything about how many ounces are in a cup because I'm cooking, anything about anything. How do I grow a more red tomato? You know, and it'll show us answers. But while we're reading, it'll also be more interesting to read a little more. That stuff makes you stay on the page because it's, oh, I made, oh, that's, wait, what else is here? Oh, that's interesting. You just stay longer than you thought you were going to stay, you know, when you're on the page. Stuff like that's huge, right? 16 personality types guide. I might want to come on here to look for one personality. Next thing I know, I'm reading them all. They're all interesting, right? Here's the point I want to make about that. It blew my mind. Does this look familiar? Look at this. It's an ad. It's an ad. It's some big image that kicks off the page, right? There's a top menu for the most important things. We come down, it's got a small paragraph that explains this title. Then there's an ad, another ad, and then some more content, another ad, some paragraph that continues. Oh my God, look at this. The table of contents thing that we keep talking about. I can go to any one of these right now and say, oh, I'm kind of curious about that one or that one or that one, romantic relationships, you know, boom, and it scrolls right down there. Ads happening all around me. You know why I'm seeing this right here? I just bought some Allbirds shoes, and these are Allbirds shoes. I recognize them. I'm so sure if they're not Allbirds, they're knockoffs. So it's retargeting me, okay? Yeah, allbirds.com, exactly. This is it, okay? So this site is retargeting based on stuff I look at. So the ads are for me. Do you know how cool that is? So what if you do the landscaping website, and while people are on there interested in landscaping or interested in home and garden stuff, gardening, then it starts showing them ads for things that they've been interested in. It shows just the people who've been interested, ads for gardening stuff, like rubber hoses, you know, the kind of collapsible hose, or those little solar panel lights you stick next to your sidewalk in the backyard so you've got lighting all the way down the way at night. All that kind of thing, right? But it won't show that to everyone. Only those people. What's it going to show to other guys who've been logged in? Ads for stuff that they might be interested in purchasing. And the reality check is I did not buy them. I talked to the guy there over the phone while I looked online to check out a pair. So I told the guy what I wanted to buy, and then he went ahead and got the order in. So the reason it's targeting me here is it saw me go to the website, look around, and not buy. I mean, they might still target me back anyway, just to see if I'll come back around for another pair. Again, another thing is don't pay per click. Pay per 1,000 banner views. Okay? It'll be cheap. You'll get lots and lots of hits from just the right guys. That's for those guys who are paying, right? So all I want to say is These are like $100,000 websites we're building. Okay? These are huge. And that's what you're getting in it for, the website flipping. What can we offer better than anyone else? They are building these pages one at a time manually. We're reaching a point of building them fully automatically, even with schema code in the back and tags manager in the back. All of it automated. LSI semantics figured out along the way. Human style writing figured out along the way. Press of a button, write each page. Write each page. Make sure you're going to write it better than what exists now. We're getting there. Now, having said that, as we put these pages out, they're going to ramp up, especially if you put Google AdSense in them, like all these ads, because Google wants to show the pages that are offering ads Google can make money on. They really want to rank you higher if your page is decent and new. They're just rewarding everyone appropriately. So whoever puts this stuff out, if they've got a really nice organized page like this talking about all the stuff to consider along the way down in little bite-sized chunks so that you keep wanting to read the next thing and then the next thing and then one more thing, oh, one more thing, oh, heck, one more thing, and you can't really stop. It's kind of interesting. Then yeah, Google wants to keep you there because you keep going past ads, then more ads, then more ads, then more ads. This is what Google wants, okay? So how's that for nuts, right? And we can get all this stuff to write itself for us. We don't need to do this by hand, okay? I'm just telling you, we can create pages this worthy and make sure they're this worthy and then put them up for sale, whatever price we want, and then continue to build them on the way up. First guys in, get those websites, and you get to have backlinks in there. Say you were selling something about leadership skills. We'll create the hyperlink in here for leadership skills that points to your website. Okay? What's the point? So even if we build this thing up and then later sell it, say we got it to somewhere here and then we sold it. Now somebody else owns it. With the website, because they want the AdSense, they're going to buy it and replace our AdSense code with their AdSense code and write it out. It's probably all they're going to do. Just write it out. They're paying up front because they like the way you've been going, and they are paying because we make sure the curve's going up, maybe flat, maybe up again, and they're like, I want in because I'll bet that thing's going to float around a lot longer over the long run. They're going for the longer haul, right? On purpose. Some guys might buy it to have your domain name and rip everything off and put in their own website. That'd be weird though. Most will not do that. I had somebody say, hey, if you lose a lot of ranks, doesn't that mean that you're losing traffic? The answer is no, you're shifting. You can lose ranks, could mean Google found that people aren't really spending time on you and they drop you some. But your improved ranks can go up a lot. It's not about the number of lost ranks or improved ranks. It's the total overall sum of your rank change, which is down for these guys. They might be lulling in between periods of activity. They've been around a long time. I don't even think they bought the site recently. Yeah, this is what they did. They pushed really hard, rode it up. Now they're taking a break, going to the Bahamas for a while. Then they'll come back and do more because they see how to do it. You know what this feels like? Freedom. Right? Freedom. And so this is just awesome stuff. You realize how to do it, right? Well, we've been studying these guys and we know how to do it. All right, so let me know if you want to get in, right? It's $1,500 a site. I've got guys buying one site. I've got guys buying 3 sites so that he knows that as more people are buying more sites, you're going to backlink up to him from some of those to make sure to get him enough strength to his 3. Okay, but that's okay. It doesn't hurt these sites to do that. It gives them clout. But at the same time, these sites get to link out to the 1 to 5 things that you want to sell. And at the same time, everyone who buys after you is linking up into you. So it really is a race for who comes first, second, third, fourth, fifth. If you realize a bunch of people are catching on and starting to dive in, get ahead of as many of them as you can. Get a hold of me as soon as you can. Say, I got 1,500 for 1, or I've got 3,000 for 2, or I've got 4,500 for 3. Let's go. I can get you the payment links. You can get in. I'm buying these domains as I find them, lining them up for sales within their industry. And how am I going to maximize our money? We're going to share the AdSense stream on the way up. Then we're going to share the sale at the end when it's time to sell, and we both like what we're selling it for. We'll agree on the sales price. The idea is that you should be able to make 5 times your money over on something generic, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep going into deeper things. Landscape, airsoft, paintball. I can do at least 10 sites of each of those for the same keyword stacks, and they'll be shuffled from keyword to keyword to keyword, so they're all going to get similar traffic. And then beyond that, there are just too many keywords anyway. You can show up for 250,000 keywords with 10 websites, but there's like 1 million keywords. So I really need like 40 websites just to cover the whole stack. In landscaping, another 40 for gardening, another 40 for airsoft, another 40 for paintball, another 40 for who knows what. You get it? There is room, man. So much room. That's why we're showing you this list of all these different places. Where was it? Now I don't know. All these different industries that you can sell your websites in. Was it? Oh, yeah. Industries like health and fitness, information, home, bed and bath, automotive, culinary, food and beverages, bed care, bed and bath, baby care, pet care, digital media, gaming, travel, books, baking, survival. Oh my God. It's endless. And the amount of money that can be made so fast is unbelievable. This is really the right way to go. We've got a limited window of doing the most we can before others catch up. It's not really a limited window because this will go on forever like websites always did. It's who can do them the best, the fastest, the most automated, and the most efficiently. You know, we've been building the automation that allows us to do this automatically at scale. No one has it. For everyone else, it's $15 websites. For us, they're like 25-cent websites. For everyone else putting in half an hour to make the page great, I was getting coffee down the hall while my page was making itself great, and then the next one, then the next one, not just that, but I've got 20 instances working in parallel. So I'm just chatting with somebody out in the hall, drinking my coffee while 20 pages are perfecting themselves for about 20 cents each, all during the same minute or 4 minutes. I don't know what to tell you. This is the way to go. We got to move everyone in here from all the stuff that we've been doing on DML. I never knew any of this stuff until a handful of days ago. Now that I see it, it's bigger than anything I've ever seen. This is the biggest single industry I've ever seen, with nearly 100,000 domains expiring every day, many of which are worthy of snatching up. I've got filters going. I've been starting to do that to set up, give me the digest, in real time as these things come live, so I can go in and take a quick look at them and see what I want to grab. It's crazy. I'm saying, yeah, just don't give me porn, don't give me adult, don't give me cannabis, don't give me drugs, don't give me crap. Don't give me law, don't give me medicine. Give me everything else. Stuff that's not YMYL, right? Your money or your lifestyle issues. That's a big update Google did, and we'll stay away from YMYL on these informational websites, big, massive ones that make a lot of money, and keep people swirling around your ads constantly so that you just have 100,000 people a month pouring around your ads all the time. That's what buyers want to buy. The websites that we built that already have that going so they can plug in whatever they want to sell or for whoever their clients are. Make sense? Okay, talk to you soon.